Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of Fearless Tarot, How to Give a Positive Reading in Any Situation, which is due out from Llewellyn Books this October. It's already available for pre-order. So if you like my positive approach to tarot, you're going to love this book because I take you through each card, even the quote-unquote negative or dark cards, and I show you how to use these symbols constructively. So then when you see them in your own readings, you're not giving into despair or just thinking that you're doomed to have something terrible happen to you, but you get a deeper lesson inherent in that card. It is time for this week's Oracle Reveal. So earlier today on Instagram, I placed up a photo of 3 different animals, and I asked you to use your intuition and just ask yourself which animal is speaking to you, which one's calling to you, which one's getting stuck in your head, because that animal has a message for you. So the animals, if you're just joining us, were the spider, the lizard, and the coyote. So just ask yourself now quickly, which animal is getting stuck in your head? If you pick the spider spirit, it says make your dreams real. And the spider is the weaver of the animals and is the creatrix. And so this could just be a really wonderful time if you're attracted to spider to create something, to weave something into being, and not just dream about it, but actually do it. The first card for the spider people is where it's best for them to place their focus this next week. And we have the wise high priestess. And the high priestess is the guardian of your unconscious, your deeper inner wisdom. And she tells you that all the answers to your problems that you're looking for are not going to be found out in that external world. They're not going to be found around you. Instead, she calls you to really pay attention to the gentle voice within. You can see that she guards this huge sea of vast inner knowing that she's accumulated lifetime upon lifetime of experiences. And so this could be a time when you're really drawing upon your own wisdom. And the high priestess is telling you it's not either or, it's not black or white, it's not this or that. But like the priestess's position between the black and white pillar, the truth is going to be somewhere in between. And so this is going to be a time where you really want to look at things from a more magical in-between perspective instead of getting too locked into thinking something has to go exactly this way or exactly that way to be correct. And the high priestess is telling you to pay attention to those little signs and signals on your path because the universe is always trying to communicate with you. It can do it through birds, it can do it through the rustling of leaves, it can do it through a tarot card. So just pay attention to what seems to keep coming up. The next card is advice from your inner wisdom. And we do got the Queen of Swords for Spider. And this is saying that you need some discipline and parameters put around some of your creative energy at this time. So there is definitely something that you can create. There's definitely some kind of new condition that you can give birth to at this time. But you do need some order and structure to it. And the Queen of Swords is a master at transforming the energy from feeling victimized by it to feeling victorious. She wears that butterfly crown. So ask yourself now, what are you transforming? And what power are you afraid of grasping right now? It's important to take that in hand. And then finally, we got the mythic archetype that is going to be helping the people who pick Spider, and we got Demeter, the goddess of the harvest. So there's some really powerful goddess imagery here with all 3 cards. This is a time to really pay attention to that divine feminine, the receptive principle. Allow yourself to receive at this time. And also Demeter is giving you this nice little heads up that things that you've planted long ago are finally starting to grow. They're finally starting to manifest. So that is the spider message. Next, we're going to go into lizard, and it says, dream your world into being. And so lizard is all about as well paying attention to your dreams. Even where your mind wanders when you're daydreaming, you're going to want to really pay attention to what's a recurring thought, what keeps coming up, what's something that you're really dreaming into being in your own life at this time. The first card is where it's best to place your focus if you're the lizard this next week. And the Page of Cups, one of the most creative cards in the tarot. He is telling you anything with creativity, artistic ability, making something. This is a really good week to do that. Also, the Page of Cups is playful. And so this could indicate that it's important to balance some of the severity in your life and how stressful things have been with also just enjoying yourself, playing, taking a time out, really allowing yourself to decompress at this time. And anything that really accesses your inner child is going to be so helpful for you this next week. It's going to be just the medicine you need. The advice from your inner wisdom for the people who picked the lizard is justice. Very similar to the spider people in that we got this very watery first card, and then we have this very strong female with a sword in her hand for the second card. Advice from your inner wisdom for the lizard people is to be honest with yourself. Truth is going to be the clearest way toward your balance at this time. And if you're feeling out of whack or something's just off or something's not quite right, Lady Justice says create order by being honest with yourself and honest with other people. And that sword that she carries does mean business. So it could be a time where you really establish a firm boundary and really put your foot down about something that you feel very strongly about at this time. Justice is also just a card of balance. And so this could be a time to really check in with yourself and just say, what do I need to bring into balance right now? What feels lopsided? What do I need to be honest about with my own self at this time in order to give myself a balanced life? That's going to be what you want to place your focus on. And then the mythic archetype that's going to be helping the lizard people is Lachesis. She is the second of the three fates who actually allots luck to you. She's the fate that measures your life and allots you so much time on this earth. And her message to you is use that time wisely. We have no guarantees for how long we're all going to be here. And so it's so important that every day that you have, you're doing something impactful, something that benefits not just you, but the long term, your family, your community, or even the world as a whole. And so just doing your part and living that best life you can live is really going to make it meaningful. And it's not something you have to wait for until you achieve this or become that, because every achievement starts with an intention. And so this could be a time where you're really getting some intention applied to your life and saying, what is it that is my destiny? What do I want to use my life strand doing? And it's important to do that at this time. And then finally, we have the Coyote spirit, and his card says, believe in divine detours. And when we're attracted to Coyote, it could be because things don't always go according to plan, or there's these haphazard events that are going on. And it's important that you're like the Coyote and just kind of get up, dust yourself off, become resilient, and laugh at it all. Stop trying to be so in control of everything at every moment. Where it's best for Coyote to place their focus this next week is the Knight of Swords. And you can see him racing ahead on his horse. He is so in pursuit of his goal that he's not paying attention to who he's running over. He's not paying attention even to maybe the harm he's afflicting on his poor little horse. I mean, you can look at the horse and the horse is just exhausted and looking up at his rider in terror. And the horse is a symbol for your physical body. And what this could indicate is that you're pushing yourself too hard. You need to slow down. You might be so in a mania or a manic episode mentally where you have to get this done, have to focus on this, have to achieve more. And this card is just saying, slow down. Life isn't a race. Yes, it's important to have goals. Yes, it's important to accomplish things. But you're never going to accomplish everything every day. And it's important to show up to your tasks sane instead of neurotic. And so this card can really just say, slow down, especially mentally first. Advice from your inner wisdom for the Coyote people is the brother of the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords can indicate sometimes that energy of feeling a little defensive, especially on something that we know it's time to grow on, but it's really hard to hear. And sometimes these cards can really indicate that it's time to look at yourself in the mirror, be honest with yourself, and just say, what is it that I'm resistant to at this time? What is it that's causing a lot of fear and causing me to lock in and really be sort of intransigent at this time? That is the place where your breakthrough is waiting to happen. And if you can face that and confront that thing that's really difficult to confront, you're going to transform. You're going to have this great epiphany. So this is a time to really face yourself honestly and improve things, especially with yourself. You're in charge of your own life based on your thoughts in your mind. And then finally, we got the mythic archetype that will be helping the Coyote people. And we got a bit of good news with Apollo here. And he's promising that the light will return. Apollo's the god of harmony and music and prophecy and so many things. And so this could be a time to really have an outlet for some of that angst and that tension that's going on with you right now and really put it into something meaningful or beautiful or something that calms your environment. And just don't bring other people down with the energy. Really make sure that you're showing up with your best self and bringing light to the world. So that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can always catch me at elliotoracle.com and schedule a personal one-on-one reading with me. Otherwise, I hope you all have a safe and happy week. And do take care. I'll see you next time.